Just go away. Right, I thought we'd go live. Don't know if anybody's going to watch. Somebody asked to see my dogs. Sweep, sit. There's my dog. That's Sweep. There you go, girl. So, I can't imagine anybody be watching me today. Oh, there's the other one. Look, there's Elle. Look, what are you doing, Elle? Somebody asked to see my dogs yesterday. There's another one about here somewhere. Oh, what lovely weather. Makes you smile, doesn't it? Absolutely makes you smile. So what are you lot up to today? Anything exciting? I'm doing a little bit of fixing fences, yeah? Because I finally bought some steaks. God, it's hard to believe I've had no steaks on the farm for 2 years. I just simply couldn't afford them. Oh, so if people don't know, a steak is £3 each one at least these days. So thankfully, after that mortgage is out of the way, I can afford a bit at last. Come on, girls. I'm sure you lot all know about it on there. It's what are you doing, Sweetie? Look at that. Sweet. That's it, wash my glasses. Hold on, I'll have to put my glasses on to see the comment. What's that? Hey up, you drunkard. Yes, I have to say I was twisted. I don't mind admitting I haven't been that drunk for a long time. I've been struggling to find a good thing to drink because I went off cider because I'd been out about 3 or 4 times for the rugby, and I went on to rum and black. Absolutely love that, but it gives you a red mouth. I love the stuff all the time. So I tried all sorts of different things, lager, cider, bitter, couldn't get on with it. And then somebody suggested summer fruits the other day. It is a lovely day. So I had a pint of summer fruits. Well, what? Yeah, that was nice. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm afraid that's to blame for me getting wrecked the other night. And I was wrecked. I was dancing like a fucking lunatic. Got to be done some days, isn't it? Let's have a look, yeah. It's a beautiful day. I can't see the name on the one with hey up, you drunkard. It just says N on there, so I can't say who you are. One Yankee says, yeah, hey. Have you seen the clown? I haven't, no. Who's that? What's up, Unc? Who's that then? See, sometimes when you come on here, I can't read who you are. Oh, I got enough problem with my missus at home, never mind anybody else. Ghosted, so I am, Gazza. Yeah, it says no named, but with an N on it. So I can't say who you are. Oh. Well, I'm just going for a walk. I've got to be honest. Got to have a walk, clear the old head some days, haven't you? It's just warm enough now. The grass is starting to grow. I was going to put a bit of fertiliser down, but it's a job to get hold of it at the moment because it's just the start of the people in my area are putting fertiliser down, so it's all already booked up, if you see what I mean. This was the field, if you remember, was it last year or the year before? I really, what's it called, springtime harrowed it. So it needs doing again now, and put some lime on here and things. I usually do it around this time of year. What are you lot up to? What have you been watching or doing today? Lemon? Oh, what's that there? Oh God, they would be, wouldn't they? I haven't got a lot, but I just want to keep my old farm as it is. There's too many people just go for the money instead of keeping it as it was, you know, I think, in my opinion. These fads come and go, and then next 10 years there'll be some other fad, and there'll be no farmers left then. It'll all be in big businesses' hands, I'm afraid. Yeah. Elle. Yeah. Come on. She's got a bone at the moment from somewhere. Elle. Where's Sweep? Sweep's here somewhere. There she is, up behind me. Sweep. Sit. Sit. Right. Lie down. Lie down. Run. Watching from another cloud-seeded sky. Yes. I don't know a huge amount about it. I did a video on that a while back, where they're doing it in the Arab Emirates, and they were definitely doing it to make it rain, because they've been doing it for years. But apparently last night I heard, hasn't Trump done some executive order where he's ordered an investigation into cloud seeding in America, hasn't he? I saw that last night, so that could be quite interesting. Grace, hello there. How are you? Poppy's Travels, hello. Got any carrots are out? No. Funny enough, my missus usually does the garden, and we haven't done the garden this year. So it was a bit of a weird weather earlier on, and I don't know, we just didn't do it. It's a lot of work. People don't realise how hard it is to grow your own vegetables. It's a bloody hard job, because people just think you put them in the ground and grow them. Not a chance. You can have some bug or some insect that will get rid of them overnight, or slugs, or it's a lot of old work. Yeah, good for the eyes, that's it. Yeah, it's supposed to be, wasn't it? They were going to check on the gold or something. What's it like in Greece? I really did like that place. Has it been raining there, or is it because there's been some flooding, hasn't there, or something? Don't know if you can see me. Yeah, well, this eye condition I've got. Hold on, where's my dog over there? Come on, Elle. Elle. Go on. Yeah, this eye condition I've got is called retinitis pigmentosa. And the only cure is this gene therapy. But they haven't, well, I've had a few people that have fixed it. Sorry, the sun is in my eyes with you. I did have a couple a few years ago, only a couple. But the trouble with a pig is, a lot of people don't realise this. You get very, very close to a pig, like a dog, because you're feeding them all the time. And when it comes to slaughter time, it's hard. Extremely hard. Hello, Llewellyn, how's that? Yeah, could be. But my grandfather used to go around farms in this area. It isn't very PC now, mind, slaughtering pigs. And I used to go with him when I was a little nipper, and he used to frighten the living daylights out of me. Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend it, I tell you. I would not recommend it. There was nothing left afterwards. My job was going through the stomach, getting cleaning all that out, because they used to make sausages with the stomach lining, see? So that was when I was a youngster. I was under 10-year-old then doing that. It's hard to believe. But and then we go back 2 weeks later, and it's been hanging up in the dairy, usually on one of the farms, and the carcass had gone a bit hard, and then you could cut it all up then. There was literally nothing left. But as I said to you, when you've got a couple of pigs on your farm for that purpose, it is very hard, because you see them every day and you feed them, and it's very extremely hard. I'm not as hard as I used to be like that. Sorry, I can't read the screen at the moment. No rants today, Llewellyn. I'm trying to keep it to a minimum for every other day. God, cheers, Poet. Yeah, it's nice to see you lot all watch. Like I said, we don't agree on everything, do we? You can't. It's impossible to agree on everything. But I class you all on here as my friends, and I'm just talking to you as if I was in a pub talking to you. So we agree on most things, don't we? Like I said, reform and that lot is, and Farage and the Conservatives and Labour is one of them touchy subjects. But if you don't talk about it, you don't get anywhere, do you? You know, like I said, nobody can agree on everything. Cheers, thank you. It's hard really these days, isn't it? Because people walk around, they're almost afraid to bring a discussion up that's hard, and they don't want to deal with it. They'd rather ignore it. And sometimes you got to just talk about these things, and you know, sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes you lot are right, and people fall out, like has happened with Lowe and Farage. Let's be careful I don't go on my arse here. And they were obviously decent friends before, but sometimes when you fall out with your friends like that, it's a bastard. You'll never be friends again. That is the hard facts about it. Yes, it does. Rant today keeps a psychologist away. And having agree to disagree. That's the best way. What do they say? Instead of going to a psychologist, have a load of friends. Something I've learned in my life, you probably have about 5 really good friends throughout your life. And when they're good friends, they'll just tell you what they think. So if you have a problem, go and tell them something. And then they'll usually take the piss out of you. And you'll laugh about it. Is the farm payment over in the UK? Well, it isn't. See, there's separate. You've got Scotland, Wales, and England, and they're all on separate things, you see. In Wales at the moment, you can go on to that SFS payment, I understand. I haven't done it myself yet. But the one I was on before was called a BPS, which was an area payment. But it's the lowest one you can go on. So that's the one I was on, and hopefully I can get onto that for another year, because I don't really want to get into too many schemes. It's too much of an arse having them to tell you what to do with your own place, you know. I don't like it. Oh, yeah. Hello, Gary. How are you? Yeah, we have. We have. You always comment. Fair play to you. Thanks for coming on. How many's on here now? It does usually say up there. Oh, there's 50 of you on. Fair play to you. Sometimes you don't think anybody will come on. Like I said, I haven't done many of them. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, you may know a lot of people, but you will find it hard to find real friends and will struggle to count them on one hand. Yeah, it's definitely true. I found that myself. Sometimes you think some people are your friends, but as soon as your back's turned, they're talking about you behind your back. They haven't got enough balls to say to your face, really. So that's why I prefer just to say the truth and be damned with it all. If I meet anybody, I'm happy to talk to anybody, and I don't treat them any different. Friend or foe, as they say. That's how I look at it. But you know what they say? There's always people in gangs seem to be... They're very yappy when they're in gangs, but not so much when they're on their own. Yeah. God, cheers. Thanks for watching. Sheila's at home and just seen you on. Ah, thank you. Thank you for watching. Whoop, nearly fell over then. Trying to think, shall I think of a funny one? Let me think if I can think of a funny tale. Sometimes they just come into your head and other times they don't. I can't actually think of one at the moment. That's why when I put them up... Oh, here we are. Here's a good one. One of my friends who comments on here sometimes, called Di, we were working on the timber. I won't read the screen for a minute. And we were over Knighton Way. And it wasn't extremely steep, but there were some banks that were really, really steep and in amongst it all. And when I went there with the machine I was driving then, which is like a industrial skidder, big old thing, Di was driving a county, and they'd unhooked the brakes on it because it was wearing the drums on the brakes. So the first day I got there, because I'd been at another job, I said to Di, fuck me, you're not driving that thing without any brakes. And he said, yeah, they told me to take the brake things off. So what he was doing, he was reversing back to the edge of the road and then ramming it into, was it first or second gear? And then turning it off because it wouldn't go backwards then, which is okay if you can do it all the time. But if you do it, say you do it 20 times and one time you don't, you're in trouble because there's a big drop behind you. And what happened? I came back for the tush after because I was parking by the side of him and the tractor wasn't there and he was down over the side. It had gone over the side of the road, over the bank. A battery flew out of the bonnet of the tractor and it hadn't rolled, but how the hell he was okay, I don't know. It knocked him about only. But that's Di, that. He's a lovely old lad. And another one now I can remember, he used to have a red van and we were working in Landrinded then. So he used to drive quite slow. And he come to the work one morning and he was absolutely smiling and happy and laughing to himself. I said, what's the matter? Oh, I just been had for speeding, he goes. I said, what are you smiling about? And he said, well, I never knew the van would go that fast. Lovely old guy to work with. Hold on, it's a job to read the screen, yeah? I know, most of my life was like that. Yeah, it is, Sheila. It's weird. I actually laugh about them because they were really good fun. It was crazy times, absolutely crazy times. I don't suppose I'll have him like that again, because you're just young and he didn't care then. And all the lads are, I can only describe it like coal mining. They reckon coal mining's like that, because you rely on each other. You know, you can get killed quite quick, can't you? And then you rely on the people next to you, and you create a hell of a bond. Like, even if you're not best friends, you really create a bond. And one of the lads I was drinking with about 6 months ago, I hadn't seen him for a while. We weren't close friends or anything. You know, good friends, but not close like normal. And he said the same thing. He said, every time I see your old friends, you do make a bond. I totally agree with it. I totally agree. Strange, isn't it? But people are afraid to do stuff these days to have a bit of fun and a laugh, aren't they? So there we are. Hopefully it'll change sometime. People, I don't know, they're raising people up a bit too soft these days, and in my opinion, I don't mean it's all their fault. I think they're actually scared to have a bit of fun anymore. Can you hear the birds in the background? This farm is a bit different from a lot of farms because I let the hedges grow up a lot. There's lots of birds around here. Oh, my phone's about going down now. Yeah, it is, definitely. Yeah, characters, isn't it? Characters. I suppose I am a bit of a character as well. But, you need characters to liven the place up a bit, don't you? Yeah, it's a mad world. Like I said, when you're on the farm here, it's quite a lonely old thing because, you know, I used to be with people all the time working on the timber or the building or putting the sheds up, and you'd have a good laugh. And don't get me wrong, you found it's hard work sometimes, but a lot of the time, it was actually a bit of a laugh. Come on. My horse is here, look. Oh. Can you see him? So that one there, she's a hell of an age on her. She was my mum's horse, and that one is about 40-year-old. And 2 years ago, she had got a halter stuck in the building, and a big piece of steel, about 4 inches by 2 inches, went into her eye socket and broke the bone. Her eye was hanging out, everything. And we thought she'd never get back, but she has. Yeah. She had a piece of bone sticking out of her face, and it wouldn't heal up. And then we just thought, well, if we snap that bone off, perhaps it'll heal up then. So snapped it off. It was only a pointy one at the bottom of her eye here. And then it healed up then because the skin healed over it. Yeah, that's it. God, like I said, that one there is over 40-year-old there now. And Elle, the black dog there, is absolutely obsessed with him for some reason. She will go up here all day long and go round and round him all day long. Don't know why. Well, peeps, I'm going to have to leave you now because my phone is on about 2%, okay? So thank you all for watching, and much appreciated. How many are you watching in now? 40 of you? I'm always surprised by how many people watch and listen to my stuff. So I'm only a normal guy after, am I? So thank you very much. All the best, people. I'm off now. Ta-da.